Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here on this channel for my second video. Only my second video of today. I'll obviously do the football game tonight, Tampa, Atlanta, but this is I'm only doing 3 videos. There's not really much to do today. Yeah, let's get into the news. Let's start with baseball. Jesse Rogers, Jeff Passion, MLB deadline news. You know what I do. So Jesse Rogers said his as others have reported, free agent pitcher Mark Leader Jr. is in agreement with the A's on a contract. It's for 1 year at around $3 million, sources tell ESPN. So, 1 year, $3 million. I mean, maybe it could be a good low-risk, high-reward type deal, but this is the big news today from Jeff Passion. 3 straight days, the stove heats up, but breaking. Closer Robert Suarez and the Atlanta Braves are in agreement on a 3-year, $45 million contract. Sources tell ESPN this from Jeff Passion. So, man, the Mets really aren't going to do nothing. He said they had interest, I think, yesterday in Robert Suarez, but now he's going to Atlanta. Great pickup for the Braves, man. Between Robert Suarez and getting Raisel Iglesias, or bringing him back, so they have 2 of the 5 relievers with the most saves their last 2 years, with a healthy Chris Sale, Spencer Schwellen back, plus a full season of Hurston Waldrop. Their pitching could take a huge leap. The Cubs are in agreement with lefty reliever Hobie Milner. Source confirmed to ESPN. This from Jesse Rogers. Milner, 34 at a 3.84 ERA last season for Texas. Mentioned him in this story with other relievers can cross off Suarez, Mets, and now Hobie Milner. Lefties only had a 526 OPS off him in 2025. So, see if they can be a good pickup for the Cubs there. But that's all from Jeff Passion and Jesse Rogers. Let's get to MLB deadline. The Royals have agreed to terms with free agent outfielder Lane Thomas. It's such a Royals move. He hit, 160 last year. He had 4 homers and 11 RBIs and like 125 at-bats. I think he got hurt. He was out for the season or something. Yeah, the Royals get Lane Thomas. Seems like a Royals move. Oh, my Lord. My phone went scrolling. Okay. Brewers signed Gray Jokes to minor league deal. Who cares? The Guardians have agreed to terms for free agent right-hander Colin Holderman, a 7 ERA last season. 1.95 whip in 25 innings. Now, this seems like a Guardians pickup going to the dumpster. The D-backs and Rays have discussed a trade that would send infielder Ketel Marte to Tampa Bay, and a package including right-handed pitcher Shane Baz and right-handed pitcher Ryan Pepio to Arizona. Per Nick Picoro. Hey, you can't move Pepio, man. I mean, it's a hefty price to pay. I mean, if they want to do this, I'm thinking maybe they want to replace those 2 with other starters. But if it's not Jeff Passan or like Ken Rosenthal, I'll tell you this with a grain of salt. But this was a report. The Brewers have agreed to terms with free agent outfielder Akil Baddoo. Haven't heard that name in a while. We talked about Hobie Milner. The D-backs went into the winter meetings believing they would not trade infielder Ketel Marte this offseason, but left the meetings believing he will be traded per Bobby Nightingale. I didn't think he would get traded, but I have a feeling he's going to get traded, man. Teams like this are ruining baseball, not my Dodgers. Teams like this are ruining baseball. Trading their star players for no reason, but anyways. Let's move on to the NFL. Let's start with Schefter. Let's go with the news today with the injuries and what other news there is. The Ravens have reached agreement on a 3-year extension with nose tackle Travis Jones per sources. The deal will keep him under contract with the Ravens through the 2028 season. Terms, they're signing him to a 3-year, $40.5 million contract extension that ties him to Baltimore through the 2028 season. So that's really the first story today. Chris Bale, Louisville, one of the top prospects in the upcoming NFL draft, suffered a torn ACL on November 22nd. They project him as a first-round pick. So he could be a fall in the draft. Bengals officially placed defensive end Trey Hendrickson on the injured reserve list with a hip pelvis injury that necessitated surgery this week in Philadelphia. He's expected to sideline him 6 weeks. South Carolina star corner Brandon Cisse is leaving school early to declare for the NFL draft. He's projected as a first rounder in Pete Thamel's latest mock draft. Steelers outside linebacker TJ Watt is at the hospital undergoing medical evaluation of his lung. After he experienced discomfort at the practice facility on Wednesday, he will not be at practice on Thursday, and his status for Monday night's game versus Miami is in question. So the lung injury occurred during treatment at the team facility Wednesday. Watt has been hospitalized since then. So I wonder who treated him. I mean, hopefully nothing serious, man. Hopefully he gets better APP as soon as possible. Lamar Jackson returned to practice Thursday after missing Wednesday for rest day. Really the thing with him. Josh Jacobs said he ever went another MRI on Monday just to make sure he didn't make his existing injury worse. He came back clean. CeeDee Lamb was listed as a full participant in practice Monday, putting him on track to play Sunday night against the Vikings. Stephen Holder said 2 days in, my time in the building this week has left me only more convinced Philip Rivers is this week's starting quarterback, so it sounds like he's on track to play. Mike Evans is officially active tonight for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Drake London is the main inactive for Atlanta, so Kyle Pitts is active tonight for Atlanta. For the second straight day, Raiders QB Junior Smith did not practice today due to a right shoulder and back injury, and Kenny Pickett is expected to start Sunday against his former team per sources. Hopefully Kenny Pickett can beat the Eagles. Not put my hope into him, but hopefully he beats them. Rumors, Packers defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley is considered a, quote, heavy favorite for the Giants' vacancy head coach, says Connor Orr. The Raiders made Robert Saleh a very lucrative offer this offseason to be the team's DC and heir apparent to Pete Carroll once he retired, per Connor Orr. Former Cowboys and Packers head coach Mike McCarthy is viewed by some as the front runner to become the Titans' next head coach. Once again, per Connor Orr. I mean, maybe it could be a smart choice, I don't know. I think it's all from JPA Football. Now, there were some elevations, but it's not really, for Thursday Night Football, there's some players elevated, but it's nothing of note. The Broncos waived veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis. The Seahawks waived Cam Akers and Shaq Griffin. And the Giants were awarded Ryan Miller from the Bucks on waivers. Oh man, huge news right there. Jalen McMillan for the Bucks is set to make his season debut. So him and Mike Evans will be playing. But yeah, that's really it for NFL, so let's move on. So let's get to some NASCAR news. The trial, so Bob Punk's tweeted about 2 hours before the lawsuit getting dismissed. Could there be a settlement? The judge told the jury they're going to sacrifice an hour of their time to hopefully save several hours of their time. But the lawsuit should be over. He said the parties have agreed to settle. They need more time to finish the paperwork, and the case has officially settled. The jury has been dismissed. The judge says he feels like the settlement is good for NASCAR, the entity in NASCAR, and the industry, and ultimately the fans. The fact they settled tells me they knew they were going to lose this trial if it continued. The Steves just need to announce their resignations. Is it really, going to be a big deal if NASCAR's still just really the same? I don't know. But who really wins, though? Hopefully the fans will win. But yeah, that's that the lawsuit was dismissed, or excuse me, the case was officially settled. There was a settlement. The teams did get evergreen charters. Huge W for everyone. Huge W here for the teams. The teams get the win. NASCAR loses. Actually, some other elements in the charter deal will change as far as the 4 pillars from what Bob is hearing as far as the settlement and the lawsuit. But yeah, it's really today. It was kind of the lawsuit thing, the settlement. They reached a settlement today. But yeah, I think the day before there were some kind of interesting notes. NASCAR spent at least $14 million next-gen car development. Teams of 30 of the 36 charter cars okayed the next gen. NASCAR offers teams 4 levels of bandwidth/Wi-Fi at the track from 1K to 15 a month. Imagine charging teams for the Wi-Fi. That's crazy, dog. Daniel Hemmert will return for another truck season at McAnally Hilgeman in 2026. So there's a little story right there. Oh man, McAnally Hilgeman. Just when it gets good, it gets bad. Chris Wright, full time in the number 81 truck in 2026. It's genuinely impressive how the fuck he keeps getting rides. The money cannot be that good. I feel bad for the McAnally Hilgeman guys. They're gonna have to. Them trucks are gonna be crushed every week. With old Chris Wright behind the wheel. Garrett Smithley's returned to SS Greenlight to drive the number 0 in 2026. Junior Motorsports' debut Cup car was a top-selling NASCAR diecast toy in 2025. Dale Jr.'s Budweiser car was second. Justin Allgaier was third. Chase Elliott was fourth. Byron was fifth. Larson 6'7", 6'7". Connor Zillich 8th. Josh Berry 9th, and SVG 10th. So those are top 10 best-selling diecasts. So I think that's really it. There's not really much other news. The big topic today was really the settlement. So let's talk about some NBA news. People around the league view LaMelo Ball as the most unserious player in the NBA per Jake L. Fisher. Grass is green. He definitely is one of the most unserious players. And he's on an unserious team, but he's definitely an unserious player. I'm not going to get into OKC Warriors debate. Best team ever. Who cares? The Pelicans are not interested in trading Herb Jones to the Lakers per Dan Wojcicki Sports. Yeah, they don't want to give him more help. Team with a backbone, finally. Giannis reportedly likes the Miami Heat's landing spot if he can't land in New York, per Howard Beck. Tell you that with a grain of salt. Per Jake L. Fisher, the Warriors are reportedly willing to trade Draymond Green for Giannis. Well, no shit, it's Giannis, but I highly doubt this. The Bucks would probably put the phone down immediately. And Steph Curry would have to sign off on a trade like that, and that just wouldn't happen. They're not trading. They're not trading Draymond Green. It's not happening. But I love Giannis, of course. He's one of the best players in the world. But that's just wouldn't happen. Come on, let's be realistic here. If the Warriors want some trades, you gotta be realistic. There's one thing from Shams that Zach Edey, Memphis Grizzlies center, will be reevaluated in 4 weeks with a stress reaction in his left ankle. This is a management plan to optimize his long-term health in consultation with the Grizzlies and medical experts. He was averaging 16.5 points per game, 14 rebounds, 2.2 blocks over the last 6 games. It's a bummer because he's been great lately. But damn, his ankle's getting bad. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say for his news video, man. It's really all the news from sports. I'll talk about wrestling news and the football recap later tonight after I talk about the football game. But yeah, that's all I'll say. Leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Peace.